Hello, friends. Welcome in. How are you today? I hope you're having a fantastic day. Let me just see if everything is working, and then we will begin. Will the internet work today? Will it? There's only one way to know. As they say, only one way to know. I should lower the music. Classic, classic. Oh. I think we're fine. OBS is acting up. But I think it's just OBS. It's OBS being OBS. It's nothing else. Everyone calm down. All right. All right. I think we are good to go. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. How are you? Bear, welcome in. You were first. Hello. How's it going? Emmers, hello. How are you? Or it might be Yimit. Whichever. Jonzo, welcome in. I think I have an expanse problem. How can it be a problem if it's good for you? Gigi, welcome in. Yimit, hello. I'm putting my pitchfork down. Yay. Hiya. Hello, Bear. Just staring at the bit right now. What do you mean you have an expanse problem? So the tech people, you're sick? No. Okay, we haven't dropped any frames, by the way. I did see the bitrate kind of like, but so far fine. Still hasn't like dropped anything. But you know I'm gonna be staring down there forever. That's the problem. It's so good. I just want to watch all the time. Where are you now? What season episode? I'm sick. Head hurt. Nose hurt. Body aches. Uh-oh. By nose hurt, you mean like sinuses or something? Sounds like a fever. That's no good, Bear. It's not good at all. Season 3, episode 2. Ordered the whole menu. He did. Oh, yep. Mm-hmm. I don't say anything, but I'm like, I know exactly where you are. So, yeah. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy what's going on in those episodes. No, I wouldn't talk spoilers for The Expanse. Not really. So I'll be in and out, super sleepy. Fair. Yeah, I hope you feel better, Bear. That's no fun. And on the day my internet maybe is fixed. Spoiler-free show's great, yes. Bear has started it, but didn't continue it after a certain point. And I'm like, it's just, you just gotta keep going. It's so good. Well, being sick is kind of okay because I get to catch up on shows and start new ones. You mean, I think Jonzo's here to tell you about a show, Bear. Catch up on The Expanse. Yes. I was watching, because you guys know that I like, Portlandia. There we go. I like the show Portlandia. I totally forgot the actress who plays Avasarala in The Expanse is in one of the sketches, and I rewatched it. I feel like they didn't use her well enough, but I watched all of Wednesday last time. Maybe it's tonight you watch all of The Expanse. Easy. They the skit is very funny. It's if for those who have seen Portlandia or even like a clip, you've probably seen the feminist bookstore ladies. Oh, I love Portlandia. Yeah, same. I think about it very often. Very, very often. It's kind of up there with 30 Rock for me in terms of like shows that I think about a lot that were very funny. Anyway, the feminist bookstore ladies have this like book author coming in to do like a book reading, and she's played by the same actress who plays Avasarala in The Expanse. But they're like, she comes in to get her like book stuff set up, and they're like, oh, like we're also authors, and one of them is like, she's like, oh, how long have you been writing? One of them is like, I've been writing through all my past lives. And then the other one just says, oh, a long time, like 7-8 months. And they're like, can we ask you for some advice? Like, and she's like, writer to writer. And she's like, yeah, sure. And they're like, so like once you have the characters and the characters have gone through, their story arcs and back around and, through the whole thing, how do you print it? And she's like, how do I print it? And they like turn and they're like, yeah, so like, how do we print this? Anyway, it's so instead of it being like writing advice, it's like IT support. And so anyway, it's just great. And then she's like, what kind of she's like, oh, you go to file, print, and then print. And they're like, we've tried that. But then it just prints the same title page just over and over. And then she's like, what kind of printer do you guys have? Inkjet, laser? They're like dot matrix. Anyway, so then like later, Avasarala, or it's not Avasarala, but Avasarala is reading her book, and the printer starts working, and you just hear all of like the old dot matrix printers are like really loud. Anyway, I love Portlandia. It's so good. Anyway, the tech support person, it was a singular person, but I like to refer to him as just the representation of the company. Came by and left. And so far we have not dropped any frames. But when he was here, the first thing he did, he was like, so what's going on? And so I like tried to explain it to him. And then he was like, all right. So like he went to the little, like the coax cable and plugged in his little machine to do a reading of, before he did that, he looked at the setup, and currently the setup was, so like the cable coming in from outside comes inside, and then there was a splitter, a 3-way splitter, which is supposed to decrease the like power of the signal. And the one that they had on there was a chunky one. Then that went to a second splitter. That was just a two splitter, and then that went into my modem. And the first thing he looked at, he was like, "There's a lot going on here." And I was like, "Yeah," and so I was like, "Yeah, so this is what happened. This is what they did. I'm sure this is all in your notes, but like this is what they did." And so yes, that's the issue as I understand it. So then he hooks up his machine, does a reading, and is like, "Oh my goodness, what? There's so much the signal or something." Like he was like beside himself. And also I should mention this guy, seems very nice. His default volume is like a 10. Default volume, he is cranked it up to 10. It's sometimes peaking at an 11. He's turned it up to 11. And so like as he's talking, it's just so loud. It's so when he was surprised at reading the level, it was just like, oh, okay, this has gotten loud. But anyway, he was like, "You're at and at this point, if you guys recall, for the lore people, if you guys recall, the first time around, I think I mentioned that the people who ran the meter, I don't know what you would call it, said that I was at a 23, and what I should be aiming for is about like a -8 to 8. The splitters is what like tried to like knock that power down to something more reasonable. The first time around they got it to like 12. And I think the first people just added they changed out the splitter that I've had since I moved in here. The second person added an additional splitter and gave me a new modem. And I think that's what got me to like 12. And then the modem, we noticed, helped my like speeds in general. And so he kind of was like, it's still not technically in the range, but it's like almost there. And modem seems to be helping a little bit. So maybe it's fine. Last time I had the internet guy come to my house, he unknowingly doxed the owner of my company's address to me. What? How did he do that? Was he like, he's just like in the neighborhood or something? So anyway, he was like, "You're at like a 10 and you have 2 splitters? What? How? Like that should not be happening. That is like way too, how, like, that is wild." And he like looked, cause like, I guess his machine can check all of like the people who live around me. And he's like, "It's just you pretty much." Like it's not like everyone else or something. It's like it's yours is like the problem. So I was like, cool. So he's like, "All right, well, I'm gonna go look at like where all of the like the area that I live in." He's gonna go to like the box where our section, I guess, splits off into the different homes and stuff. He was bragging about installing cable at a big fancy mansion, and he told me the address because it's a gated community thing. Then later he said who the person was, and it was the owner of the company. You see, that's one of those things. And Bruce, welcome in. How are you? You're the problem. I am the problem. I've been telling you guys this since day one. I'm the problem. That's the thing, Johnson. That I feel like that's why I always tell people, like, I'm always very careful of I'm always careful of not giving out information that I feel like could eventually lead back to me. And I always, like, advise people, other streamers, to, like, err on the side of caution, because, like, you never know what you will say that someone else can piece together and be like, oh, these two things, if I just Google search it maybe, or if I just, if I can figure out some information. So, like, yeah, you were able to figure out where he lives. And he told you an address, which is wild. You're the problem. You got me hooked on the Expanse. I am sometimes a better problem than not, but that's very rare. So anyway, he's like, I'm going to go check on the box and see what's going on there and see if there's anything I can do. Comes back maybe 30 minutes later or something. And he's like, I think I fixed it. And he said, so he's like, I think I know what the problem is, which is that you're like again, he said a lot of words that I'm sure I know in isolation, but in the context, I don't really remember or know. So, like, or how it relates to things. So I'm going to dumb it down to my brain capacity. So he said that the box that has the internet outside, it looks like to him there was like an older setup that they have, like, over time replaced bits and pieces of. And I was my line was on this one, like, entry point for the internet, for their signal, that was like that was really strong, that was reading really strong, but the problem was probably that it was like it was made for, like, the older or maybe it was one of the new ones. I can't remember. No. He said it was connected to one of the old, like, points. But anyway, I guess he said that the reason why, I think this is it. It's coming back to me. He said, I was connected to this one line with some other people. And the signal that was coming through it was way stronger than it needed to be, but it was because that node or whatever was much older, and the way, like, the setup that they had before they made some changes required that signal to be stronger so that it could be, like, dissipated over time, like, or over, like, the course of the cables and whatever. But my signal was going directly to me, but I was, like, partially in there were some points where, like, my cable connected with some of the neighbors. Full power. Yeah. But so he was like, so, like, your neighbors, they have a lot of splitters and things, but it's like, it's actually cutting the signal for them more, but your line is going, like, directly into yours. And so he said there's a couple of things that could be the problem. He's like, one, that's way too much. He said that, like, he explained again, too much signal is as bad as having not enough signal. He said in this case, it's like a tsunami of internet is coming through. You were hogging all the internet, it couldn't handle it. It basically, yeah, it was, yeah. If you guys have ever seen the movie UHF, it's like you get to drink from the fire hose. Anyway, so he was like, so that's part of the problem. He also said another issue could be because he was like, other people that are like connected to your line, like, yes, I'm noticing there is some interference, but it could be like it could be anything. It could be like they've recently set up, like maybe the reason why it's only been happening recently is because someone has, gone to Best Buy, bought a weird modem, and something is just not interacting right. And so when they're using it, it's now like the couple parts that my like cable line like did connect, like maybe that's where it's like having some trouble. But he's like, but not sure. But he was like, but I think I have fixed it. A random UHF reference. I love this channel. It's a deep cut. So he's like, but I think I fixed it. For one, I have taken your line, and you are now going into your own like node in the magic internet box just by yourself. He was like, it's one of like the newer points of internet. He also said, he was like, I've also labeled your cable in there, so that way if there's ever an issue and someone needs to go back, they know which one is like yours and stuff, which I was like, oh, thank you. But he was like, I've now put you on like a new point, and it's just you. There's nobody else connected to it. The other people I have moved into your old spot, because like you were like, for you it was like super strong, but all these other people who have like multiple splitters, and theirs is like, I guess, I don't know like how that works, but I guess either they're closer or something. Theirs is now all going into my old, like that old port that was too strong. And he said, and I checked, and they, it says like theirs is reading fine. So probably just the fact that like they're able to disperse the power or whatever will be fine for them, because they already had like a bunch of splitters, and it was already being split into different homes and stuff. And he was like, and I did a reading over there, and I saw that over there you had zero interference from anybody else. And so I was like, that's very good. And so he was like, so like, I think that will fix it. Let's go. And he came back inside and ran another, like, let's do another reading and whatever. And he said, he ran it again, and he did say that it was still at a 10. But he says, I think this is better, which again, 10 is higher than it's supposed to be. He said, should be between -8 and 8. But he said, but this is at a 10, and we have taken off, I guess I can't remember if I mentioned this. He removed all of my splitters that were inside. So now it's just that, it's like, I think he said it's just 2 cables now, like one super long one connected to the box, and then one that's actually like coming into my home. He said that we're getting a 10, and it's just being fed directly into your modem. So it's not like we don't even need splitters right now. But He was like, if you do experience more issues, if you keep seeing that happen, I'm leaving you with a splitter that will, like, the splitter has, like, it has, like, one of the splits, it says -4. On the other one, it says, like, -8 or something. And so that should decrease the signal by, like, that amount. So he was like, if you see that you're having that issue again, like, call support, ask that they check the signal, ask what number it is, then stay on the line with them and swap and add a splitter and see, then do another reading and see how that, if that works and whatever. So potentially fix. At this point, we have not lost any frames. I ran a speed test earlier, and it is way faster also, and it seemed more stable. Previously, after they changed up my modem the last time, I ran a speed test, and I did notice an improvement, even faster. Because if for those keeping up with the lore, last time they said, yeah, you're not really hitting the correct speed that you should be. So fast. Look at, I love that. He was like, and that's why they changed up my modem. And when I would run a speed test, the website that I used, it would definitely slowly get to that point, that near the number. Well, actually not even near the number it was supposed to. It was reaching like 700 down, which is lower than what I'm paying for, but it definitely would take a bit for it to get there. And same thing with the upload. It wasn't, my upload is supposed to be like 75, I think, or something. But it was getting to like 30 to 40, and it would also slowly climb to that number. When I ran the speed test, and I've done it like 10 times today over the course of the day, just was it a fluke? Let me see if it changes throughout the day at all. It's just jumping to, and it's actually now reaching 900 to 1,000 occasionally. And it's jumping to those numbers versus the slow climb. Same thing with my upload. I think for the first time my upload reached around 70. And that's and it jumped there pretty much. So I'm feeling good, but also maybe everything's terrible. We don't know. Maybe it's just a lie. By the way, I love that emote, Emmers. It's just so good. What is he wearing? Do you have business class or standard? If that's standard. Yeah. No. It's not business internet. Yeah, mine's just standard. But anyway, hopefully that's good. Hopefully, hopefully it works. Hopefully nothing. And again, at the very least, also he left me with something to maybe potentially fix another issue if it comes up, but. Anyway, we'll keep an eye on it. We've still not lost any frames. I have seen the number dip. My bitrate has dipped A little bit. It typically fluctuates, or I mean, and I don't know if that's normal for everybody, but it at least throughout the course of my streaming, it has been normal for me where it like fluctuates quite a bit, like between 7,000. I have it set to 8,000. It fluctuates between 7,000. Sometimes it goes up past 8,000, but it like does that. I've seen it like it dip down a little bit, but we've actually have not lost any frames. So anyway, we'll see. Magical welcome in. We'll see if it fixes that. Because I would like to. We're at the very end of Alan Wake 2, so I would like to be able to play Alan Wake and you know, not have to be like, well, we've played for 5 minutes. Guess that's all we can do today. Guess that's it. We're on part 10 right now, and it's mostly because we've had a few streams where I've only been able to play for like 30 minutes or so. So anyway, what have you guys been up to? Anything fun? Anything exciting? Any news? I've not looked at gaming news. I'm okay, Magical. How are you? Let's see. Is there any fun video game news? I got that. Oh, I got that Telltale Expanse game. I'm really looking forward to playing it after I run out of episodes. You'll have to tell me how it is. I haven't played it. But it follows Carmina Drummer. I actually didn't really like Drummer as much the first time I watched it. And then the second time, I was like, I like Drummer. I also like the way she talks. I'm still shocked at the price of that collector edition. Are you going to get it? Are you going to get it? I did not like Drummer at all until recently. She's an interesting character. For sure. But yeah, I like how the actress plays her, and I really like I don't know how she says things, and I don't know. I think in a second viewing, I was like, I think I understand her a bit better. I won't get the collector's edition, but I'll likely buy the Miller edition. Okay, yeah, that's gonna be, yeah. I think I'll get that. People who played the beta said that it does play like Mass Effect. I think they said it plays a lot like a better Mass Effect 2, is what they said. They said some of the voice acting and writing is a bit off. Granted, they have a year. And even I heard like Baldur's Gate, the voices and stuff weren't like finalized really even until like the game's release. One of the last betas for Baldur's Gate, it wasn't like finalized or like perfect. So I have hopes that that's fine. Again, they have a year. And, oh, I'm a little sad about this, and I do hope they fix this. And maybe this is one of those things that would be something that comes out later down the line, is they said that at this point in the game, there is no Belter Creole, which makes me sad. There should be. Looks beautiful. Better Mass Effect is music to my ears. Yeah. Oh, the BG3 beta almost seems like a completely different game. Yeah. And that's why I'm like, I mean, again, I like that they put out a beta a year before release so they can get feedback. What? Unbuy. Yeah. They said at this point, none of the characters speak any Belter Creole, which I feel like makes the world, like, it's such a... Like, when you watch The Expanse, for those who don't know, the Belters, who are people who grew up in space, they have, like, a mishmash of languages that is called Belter Creole, and it's basically, like, English, Spanish, French, like, it's like... My wife hates when I call us Beltalotas. No, it's so good. She sounds like an Inyalota, which is I think that's the Earthers, I think is what. Or maybe, is that Earth and Mars? I can't remember. Anyway. But I love it. I love all the little, because when you watch The Expanse, the Belters will throw in phrases and words just in the sentences, which feels very like natural. Like it feels like you're watching people who, you know, have a distinct language, I guess, versus like, I don't know. It's not. It's like, oh, all of these space people speak English. It's great that it's like sort of a mix of things. It weirdly sounds like someone with an Asian accent speaking like a baby or something. It's so like some of it's definitely like you can see the Spanish influence sometimes. I can't remember. I've looked it up before. There's actually a whole subreddit dedicated to like translating Belter Creole. Let's see. Here we go. While developing the language, Farmer, hold on. Nick Farmer, who's a polyglot, constructed the language for The Expanse. Farmer was commissioned to create the language during the productions of the first season of the show. While developing the language, he had modeled it as a Creole based on English with influences from languages from all over the world, including Romance languages such as Spanish, French, Portuguese, and Italian, Germanic languages such as German, Dutch, Swedish, Slavic languages such as Polish, Russian, Ukrainian, as well as Japanese, Chinese, Persian, Arabic, Hebrew, and Zulu. As a result, Farmer had created over 1,000 words for his language, adding more to the list if requested by the show's producer and fans. Apparently in the books, the Belter Creole is very different than the one that's on the show. But apparently it also lacked developed vocabulary as well as grammar, which I guess Nick Farmer created like his own grammar. And in season 3, Naomi had it really strong in the first episode. By episode 3, the accent had dropped by a bit. That's probably fair. I could imagine that happening. Duster still sounds almost like a slur the way they say it on the show. Duster. I don't even remember when they would be saying that. But I don't know all the words. For sure, obviously, because there's like 1,000. there's on this Wikipedia page, there's a whole like pronunciation chart. A Martian is a duster. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. That makes sense. I mean, I suppose it is kind of a slur then, isn't it? I always think of Sasake and Bharatna, which I think means brother. Because that's one of the companies they work for, is Bharatnus. I have a jacket that Sasake. Yeah, I can't remember. Sasuke? No, I think they say Sasake. Sasuke. Let's see what is and Pampa. That's another thing they say. Sasake is used on the end of a sentence like or right. Know what I mean? Which kind of, I wonder if that's like a Japanese influence, like K. They say K at the end of sentences like Canadians say A. Well, and in Japanese, the K at the end is like it turns something into a question. So I wonder if that's also like the influence there. Pampa means old man or uncle. Also, yes, the subreddit is called Lang Belta. Anyway, I have a jacket that I got some patches from The Expanse, and I have a Bharatnus oil. I think it's oil or something. Bharatnus gas. That's what it is. I have a Bharatnus gas patch. I have a Tycho station, and there's another one. Oh, I have a Pure and Clean, which is, I think, the company they were working for at the start. And then I have one more. That is... I actually don't know. I can't remember off the top of my head. I think it's one of the, like, fighter ships or something. It looks very just like, I don't know. I don't think... I don't think anyone would look at it and know what that's from, but anyway. Joining now, yeah, you can learn Belta and just speak it all the time. Also, in this thread of this Reddit post I found, there's like, actually, and then people are like going into the grammar even more, which is like, it's technically more like this, and I love it. Coping, that's a friend. So interesting. Now you're just speaking Spanish. Anyway, I love The Expanse. So good. Everyone should watch it if you haven't. I'm very excited to play the game when I can. I wonder if they'll do another beta. And maybe I wait for that one? You know? Maybe I wait for that one. I really want to play it. I didn't watch any gameplay, but I saw there were a few people that I followed playing it, and I was like, but what if I pre-ordered a really expensive thing for a game that I don't know if it's going to be good or not? When does the beta end? I might pre-order on payday. I'm looking on the website. Does this say? Also, apparently the beta is only an hour or two. I don't know. It doesn't say on this article. Maybe, hold on. Beta announcement? Does this one say? No. They haven't said. At least and on their website, it's not listed. So maybe a few weeks. But if I hear there's another one, maybe then I'll join. Or something. I don't know. I just have a feeling I'm going to play it and I'm going to be like, oh, but I want to play more. But I want to play more. And you get to create your own character. That's going to be fun. By the way, we have not dropped a single frame. Zero frames dropped. 0% dropped. You're gonna jinx it? I mean, I've been trained over the past few weeks to like just constantly be staring at my bitrate. And I don't know. I'm just constantly looking. Hopefully this fix lasts longer than 2 weeks. Agreed. Hopefully it does. I would like it to, so that we can play games. Imagine me being able to stream more than an hour at a time. I suppose it's fair. We've only been streaming for 50 minutes. You know? So granted, at this point yesterday, we had already lost a bunch of frames. Not like a ton, but like a decent amount. A noticeable amount. Well, we at least needed to hold up for 8 more months. True, exactly. You guys have 8 months until you all have left me. So, you know, gotta at least be able to provide you with something. Because if I don't stream, then there's less of a chance you'll leave because you won't have to deal with me. But the more I stream, the more you have to deal with me, the likelihood you'll leave. So, you know, we have to stream. as is the case. So, you know. Stream 5 ever! I'll keep streaming. I think you guys will just leave. You all will find better places. Better places, better people, Papa John's. I used that joke yesterday, I think, but I just think it's a good one. But it's true. Let's see. I'm not seeing any other news. As we've been talking about this, I've been like scrolling through. I haven't really seen anything. Interesting title. I couldn't really think of anything. I think yesterday I thought of a joke and I was like, oh, I'll use that as tomorrow's title, and I completely forgot it. You'll move to Australia. You'll be happy to be rid of us and never think of us again. I really don't think that's gonna happen. I think I've resigned myself that I don't think it's gonna happen. But that's my 8-month predictor. I can't imagine that. I almost can't imagine that happening ever, let alone in 8 months. So couldn't imagine. I feel like there's so many more things more likely than that. That would be like the opposite. Yeah, I don't see any gaming news. There's a whole thing going on with Sony right now, but it seems so nebulous that I'm not sure what there is to say. But basically people have figured out that if this only seems to affect newer digital games that you purchase, but if you buy a digital game Sony did that thing. They did that thing. Good word, not one people use often. Yeah, it feels it feels like that was the word to use, because there's a lot of like, Sony's doing this. Okay, wait, well maybe it's kind of more like this. Sometimes it's there's a lot of like going back and forth, and it's unsure why they made a change, what exactly the change entails, and what. But essentially, it's that, I mean, Xbox tried to do it and they got the most amount of backlash ever, so Sony just sneaks it out and that thinks it's okay. So what's happening is that newer digital games seemingly, here's like the headline, is that every 30 days you have to connect to the internet to refresh your license for the game. That's sort of the headline that was being passed around. Downside of that is like, what if you're somebody who doesn't have access to regular internet and you just want to play things offline? Like, what would you do? Now, according to Sony today, that check happens once, and once it does that check, it never happens again. So it's not a regular 30-day thing. it seems to at least be within the first 30 days of you purchasing a new digital thing, it's going to check if you're online so that it checks the license and then it never does it again. That's what they're saying. Now, why? Unsure. Some people think it has to do with like 30-day return windows, that kind of thing. Like you start off, it gives you like maybe when you buy a digital product, it gives you like a temporary license, and then after that 30 days, it gives you like a permanent one. But unsure. Supposedly, I think the reason why Sony is doing this is there was like one user who was abusing return policies or something and had like swapped out hundreds of games over time or something. And so now they're doing like a thing. I'm not even sure what the person was doing, but that's at least what I have heard in conjunction to these titles, headlines. But anyway, so a lot of people are upset, and I would be too if it was like, because down the road, what would happen if, you know, like we all know, like, you know, the Wii U, the store isn't online anymore. The PS3 store isn't online anymore. So like, what would happen if down the road you have games on your PS5? Can you just not play anything? And that's what people were testing. They were like, well, if you have a physical copy of a game and you mess with the clock, does it know, like, does it still let you play? Apparently, if it was like a physical game, you were fine. Also, if it was a digital game that you had bought at least a month or a month ago or so, before like the suspected change, you'd still be able to play it. It was basically anything that you had recently purchased digitally within the last month, was coming up with this like 30-day issue thing. But licensing video games will be the death of gaming. If I could, I'd absolutely download a car. Same. Who wouldn't download a car? So let's punish everyone instead of banning that one user and updating your return policy, right? So yeah, I mean, we'll see. Apparently, the statements from Sony have all been very short and very like, what's the opposite of alarmist? Like, they're talking like everything's fine. It's just this thing. It's just a thing. It's gonna happen once. To worry about it. Don't worry your pretty little head. That's kind of how they sound. But it's all very like, just, they haven't like released a whole statement. It's more of like, this check will happen once in 30 days and never again. And that's kind of like all they've said. So, but they haven't like explained anything. They haven't like really talked about it. And that's probably, I could imagine that's the best thing PR wise, but I am curious if they'll eventually like release like a longer statement. I think purchase as of March 1st. Okay. Yeah. So I don't know if you guys ever watched Spawn Wave on YouTube, but he's like a, video game news guy. But I watched a video where he did like a whole test where he tested out physical games, older digital games, newer digital games, you know, and tried to see what had issues and all of that. But he seems very knowledgeable. So like in his testing, he like, I don't know. I felt like he did a very good like systematic, let's see if this, you know, let's run all of these first to see if they all run normally. Great, they do. Now let's take out the clock battery thing, so that will like reset the licenses and all of that. And now let's see what happens. And then like he opened up the physical games again, and those worked fine. He was able to play the digital games that he had owned for a while. And then like tried a newer digital game, and that didn't work. And so he was able to kind of narrow it down. It only seems to be games purchased within a certain amount of time, whatever. Let's see. I think the only other thing I'll mention, Windrose, the pirate game. It looks pretty neat from what I've seen. I watched someone play it for a little bit. Supposedly the devs have said, they're like, trust us. We're asking you to trust us. The first like content update for the game is going to be in 6 months. Seems like a long time. That kind of seems like a really long time. I mean, I probably understand they're working on a lot, I bet. But like for an... It's early access, isn't it? Windrose. Yeah, it's early access. I feel like it's asking a lot for people to be like, you need to wait 6 months for the next big like update. I imagine the player base is gonna like really decline. We're asking you to trust us, but is it a company that has earned people's trust? I don't know what else they've done. What else have they done? Kraken Express. It might be their only thing. Kraken Express. It's the only listing they have on Steam. I think it's their only game. But so who knows? The game just released, and it has very positive. People do like it. I just think it's interesting that it's like their first big update won't be for 6 months. Again, that's so many different games that come out. I mean, and maybe they're like, maybe they feel very strongly about like the content that they're working on and are like, people are going to like this and will come back to the game. But I feel like people are going to really drop off. In 6 months on an early access game, so it's not even like not even like the game is complete. Like, is there enough content to play for 6 months or even half the time? I don't know. Anyway, well, friends, we have to run ads, and we still haven't dropped any frames. Frame count. Or like drop frame count 0. I'll probably be heading off to bed here. Emmers, have a good night. Thank you for being here. Look at that. Drop frame 0. Glad the internet is finally fixed. I mean, it seems so. You're gonna leave and then it's gonna like just tank. It'll just die. But I hope you have a good night. Hope you have a good day at work tomorrow. That seems like a pretty hard ask though, with how many games released as a broken mess, especially for a company that hasn't already earned a good reputation. Yeah, I feel like I've heard good things about Windrose, and it does look like it could be a fun game. I think now, though, I will say, knowing that the next update won't be for another 6 months, for sure, I wouldn't pick up this game unless, or I was like closer to that update. I didn't realize this, but I didn't hit any bugs or technical glitches in Pragmata. Really? That's good. That's very good. I haven't really heard very much about people having issues with it. Like, I think I saw there were some patches that have come out, but like, no, I haven't heard anything like, nah, this bug ruined my game, or I'm stuck, or look at this weird thing that's happened. So, that's good. Everyone that has played it says that they really enjoy it. Well, we'll probably play it at some point. I did, yeah. Every time someone is talking about it, it's always like, that was surprisingly really fun. Like, I had a blast with the gameplay, and I didn't think I would, and so I think it's great. That makes me happy, because a new IP, you love to see it. Okay, let's go ahead. Oops. I want more, like, just 2 more? Why just 2? Why not 20? I assume there will be a Pragmata 2. Because it did well. Just more game. By the time I was done, I was like, no, please more. That's funny. I'm glad that it's done very well. We like when a new IP does well. We like that. All right, let's run ads. We'll come back. We'll get into Alan Wake. Finish the story, main story of Alan Wake 2. Hopefully the internet holds together. Please. But all right. So stand up, stretch, grab a snack, grab a drink. We'll be back. Beep.
This is your time, Jetpack Gang. Stand up, move around, grab a snack, hydrate. The stream will resume in just a few minutes.
And welcome back, everybody. No drops. No drops. Maybe we're okay. Maybe it's all going to be okay. And by it, I mean my internet. By all, I mean only my internet. Everything else will still remain to be terrible. But we were walking to our car. We were trying to leave. And is she wearing a suit? Oh, yeah, it's this. I remember you. Still just doing that thing. I feel like it looks like she's lost her wallet or something. Or her phone. And it's just like, where? Which pocket did it? Is it? No? Did I drop it? Did I leave the oven on? Who knows? What's her lore? Anyway, we are going to go confront Scratch and people. So we are just doing our thing. But we are headed towards the end.
I think you may be right. Might have been a mistake to come here. I don't think Marcy's coming back.
Fuck, Riley. This is so messed up.
I know. I'm sorry.
Hey, it's not your fault. We all knew what we were signing up for.
Did you? We've heard their story a few times, and it feels like... It feels like it was like a girl's trip gone wrong. Oh, I thought that was Ati. Hello. Also, I forget that I have a flashlight I can use. Have we even been back here? Maybe at the very start of the... Yeah, I think at the very start of the game. I don't think we've ever been in the kitchen, though. Nothing. She has a very anime voice.
It won't open.
Okay. Well, good luck to you. All right. Where are we going?
It's empty.
Hmm?
There's nothing there, just darkness.
Okay. We are going to Cauldron Lake.
David, please pick up.
David.
David, it's me. Where have you...
Stop. For once, you need to listen. You left me. You took my daughter away from me. Then you let her... She's dead because of you. And I don't ever want to hear your voice again. Stop calling me.
David! Jesus Christ. It's getting worse. It's spreading. I'm running out of time.
Yeah, because before we were able to talk to him and we were fine. Where are we going? The lakeshore? Okay. Wrong way. Oh, it's blocked. That's what that red line means. Wait, rental cabins? We haven't been there at all.
We're incoming with the lights. Anderson, where do you want them?
Set them up on the shore. We need to be ready if Scratch shows up.
We'll be ready. That's the best out.
Oops. See, I promise you, the aiming in this game. Bright Falls' own virtual banking champ. Baking. Virtual baking? Little Sally Upton's whole family erupted into cheers when she won the big match this weekend. Was she playing soccer? Tennis? No. In this brave new world that we live in, her family was cheering her on as she won a match in a game that exists only on the information superhighway. The game in question was Mega Baking Star, in which players compete to make their tastiest treats and sweetest eats for their virtual judges online. Bright Falls congratulates Sally on her big win. Chaos at Cauldron Lake, rampage at the rental cabins, unidentified man attacks vacationers in the dead of night. Sunday, an idyllic evening of barbecuing and late-night fishing was violently disrupted Saturday as the mysterious assailant attacked park visitors, causing chaos and destruction at... Destruction? That's spelled wrong. At the cabins. The incident left 3 people injured, one of which has been admitted to the county hospital. As to whether the attacker is still at large, Bright Falls police have yet to make an official statement. We lost a couple of frames. But only a couple. We're fine, I think. Probably barely noticeable. Witnesses to the crime were visibly shaken, one of whom stated, "1 minute we were laughing and toasting some marshmallows. The next we heard screaming coming up from the cabins. We didn't know what was going on. So we called the police and started running in the opposite direction." Another eyewitness who preferred to remain anonymous said, It's like he appeared out of nowhere. Suddenly my dog starts barking his head off and the psycho guy comes crashing through the trees. Don't think I'll ever feel safe in the forest again. Representative from the rental cabins who choose to remain anonymous wanted to remind customers, if you have plans to stay in our lovely cabins later this summer, please get in touch with us as we may need to rejigger some of the reservations based on the state of the cabin that you have rented with us. Okay. Where is this on the map? I want to see. So we can go up to the cabin? Hello? Leaves. I assume there's like a poem here or something. These rental cabins, why are they so... Oh. I feel like it looks like people like lived here. Okay, wait a minute. Oh, also... Oh, there it is. His hair was longer than I remembered. Blowing gently in the cool night breeze, I put my hand to his cheek to confirm that he was indeed real. And he was real. Feeling his handsome beard, wild but neatly trimmed, beneath my fingers proved it. You're back, I breathed. Yes, I'm back. I wasn't cold any longer. That is fan fiction. Yes. Oh, where does this go? There we are. I miss so many stashes. Sometimes I will say that yellow dot that shows that there's like a new thing confuses me, because I'll be like, oh, it's this file, but it's actually this one, because that it like goes over it anyway. I have made that mistake multiple times. Oh, safe zone.
Animals stayed away from the water's edge as if to avoid some unseen submerged predator waiting just below the dark surface. They never drank the water from the lake. Birds flew around it, never over. Darkness flowed from Cauldron Lake. Gaze in the black mirror of the lake. You'd see it all around you, and you'd understand. It was already out. Already where you were. It was already too late. Cauldron Lake used to be alive with people. Beautiful forest, hiking trails leading to stunning vistas. Then the government put up a fence. Kept the people out. Volcanic gas, they said. They didn't want anyone knowing the truth. The lake wasn't a lake at all.
It was an
The
ocean.
dark water a mask to hide the hungry
bottomless ocean.
below. A fence couldn't stop the flood that was coming. Nothing could. The return of the nightmare rising from the depths.
He said the thing. Does Ati stay here? Need anything?
Another one of those cult boxes.
Another one. Window, tornado, castle, bridge, mountain, another castle tower thing, bones, and a tree. What? Lake Cabin's stash key. Oh. Oh, also I meant to check.
Saga was sure she had hit the Taken in the head, but had not even slowed the monster down. She took aim and fired again. Another headshot. This time, the Taken staggered.
Oh, what do we have? Ah, long range. We didn't even look at these. Feedback loop. Consecutive successful hits will significantly reduce the time between shots. Stand still to enter an improved focus mode. The mode grants perfect accuracy, pulls shots towards enemy weak points. Oh, wow. It seems strong. Looks like... Is there a way? Yay! Okay, this is locked. Investigation. Oh! There's that thing. Odd. Oh, the door's locked. Ooh. Two. What does that mean? 624. Oh, I am. Didn't even realize. Thank you, Magical. 624. I feel like it means there's like a lockbox we should open. Oh no. I don't know when we took damage actually. It probably may have even been yesterday for
Another rhyme.
Oh. We never found that last doll. Our hero courageous and true, stalked by the monster hatching through, the clever crows call their warning and keep an eye on the battle forming. When the fight is done and over, the hero and the crows reap the rewards left for her. Monster, crows, hero.
Ugh.
No? Our hero, courageous and true, stalked by the monster hatching through, the clever crows call their warning and keep an eye on the battle forming. When the fight is done and over, the hero and maybe are these the rewards?
Huh.
Birds, watching you like that movie, but protective, not attacking. Mythical inspiration, guardian spirits, Norse mythology, or ancient Egyptian. Corvus corax from the family Corvidae, research symbolism and uses. Element, stalking monster, watchful bird. Stakes can't be too high for both risk management and fruitful outcomes. Make sure the rhyming is looser this time. Need to test this approach for for possibly more ambiguous interpretation results. So, birds? Oh. I hear birds. Oh. Birds? Did we go through this one? No, we did not. Cauldron Lake closed. The majority of the scenic, beloved Cauldron Lake area was fenced off, and access is restricted as a government agency takes over. I know you feel about birds, but Clint's Reptiles has a really fascinating video on the whole corvid family. I like birds. I don't mind them. I don't mind a bird. Tuesday, the unthinkable happened over the weekend as local tourist destination and beloved fishing spot Cauldron Lake was cordoned off by a government official citing seismic disturbances in the area. The Federal Bureau of Control has limited access to for the foreseeable future. When asked about the effects this closure will have on the region as a tourist destination, the FBC spokesperson expressed profound regret on the... Oh, wait, I think we read something about this. Yeah, we did. I think we... Effective immediately, the Federal Bureau of Control has designated this area to be vacated. Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay. There's still a thing here. Oh.
Hello, dear.
He's great if you like learning about animals of all kinds. He's a zoologist and he is super nerdy, but he breaks things down in a way that everyone can understand. That's very cool. I like how if you like make friends with crows, they're like, they'll help you. They're like... I'm afraid if I... Oh, yeah. I think if I go down here, we won't be able to get back up. So, hold on. There are... There's numbers that say 624. So that should open up a box that has a code on it. Like a... a number code. But I have not seen one. We have a box that requires a key. Okay, that locked door is just that. Look at that paper again. I don't know. He's definitely, or he did see the guy that was training crows to attack a certain red hat. That's amazing. He's definitely not a not all superheroes wear capes person. Yeah, for sure. I saw a video recently of some kid who made friends with a bird of some kind. Might be a crow, maybe. And it's like it's like a toddler. And the bird will only let the toddler play with it. Oh. Like even the parents, like if you try to pet the bird like hops away, but it will let the toddler like pat it and do whatever. Anyway. Oh, yeah, no, yeah, I still understood. Day 1, some weird animal tried to break into our clubhouse. It was scary. Max hit it with a big stick and ran away. I think it was a squirrel before. This is like a kid. Day 3, our candy stash has gone missing. Maybe it was the squirrel. Max found candy wrappers in the woods. There was some big poops there. It wasn't the squirrel. Max has gone missing. Sad. Beware the Wicked Witch. Rules. 1, person is the Wicked Witch. 2, everyone else has to run and hide. 3, when the witch says beware me, everyone has to change places. If you go to someone else's hiding place, you can tag them to kill them. Don't get tagged and killed. If the Wicked Witch finds you, you're dead. If you find the witch's lair, she is caught. 8, burn the witch. What a game. I thought maybe there would be, I don't know. Let's go back here. So this is a key thing. Yes. Yeah, it's not a, just use the bolt cutters. And it's tied to tied to that. No idea. Oh well. We'll just continue on. What was the way through? By the way, so far the internet's holding on pretty good. We have lost 357 frames, which is, again, that's only 0.1%, so that's fine. That is acceptable. That could be anything. It could be anything. But pretty stable. Sassy, welcome in. Yeah, we just read this. Yeah. So far, the internet seems to be holding up. Sassy, what have you been up to today? And Shady, hello?
That must be Odin. Maybe I should check in.
Kiddo! We're almost at the gig! And Odin's run over 4 minions of darkness! The bus is our hammer! I'm driving with one hand!
I need you to meet me at the shore. Is the song ready?
Almost. Odin's got a killer chorus. Come save your soul, awake new and whole. By name I will summon him. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. It's a dark ocean summoning.
Never had to go live on my phone. Watch, was busy exploring Hogwarts. Are you playing Hogwarts Legacy? Not really his best work. I'm going to assume we're going to get a pretty a pretty good bop here in a little bit. That's gonna be my guess. I think we will get a bop. Maybe this is connected to that box we were looking at. Mirror Peak, the mighty mountain in the distance, is no other than Mirror Peak, the iconic landmark overlooking Cauldron Lake. From the right angle, its beauty will be reflected on the calm surface of the lake, mirrored in all its inverted glory. But what about acute angles? There's the bus. I'm gonna sneeze. It's because it said right angle. At the right angle, so. Bless you, bless you. Thank you, thank you. Alright. Okay, never mind. I thought that was going to be something else. I really wonder... Because that drawing did have a mountain on it, and that was, like, about the mountain. So maybe... Wasn't there also, like, some down trees on it? If we find... And that's where they came from. If we find, let's, oh, a lunchbox. Some bones, like a moose carcass or something. Then, then we know. Where is this thing? Aha. So we're on the right path. How are we? Doing okay. I think my internet might be fixed. My dad used to say, when the going gets tough, the tough gets going. Not sure where the tough get going to, but maybe you'll find it inspiring. We've lost very minimal frames. Mortar Falls. Mortar Falls, the powerful feat of nature, will revive the spirit as it does the surrounding nature. The churning, grinding waters at the bottom of the falls resemble a mortar and pestle. Quite like the one the Witch of Cauldron Lake is fabled to have used to travel through the night sky. Interesting. And Sassy, thank you so much for the 225 stream streak, and I'm 2/3 the way to the new viewer badge thing. Excellent. I haven't seen anyone else talking about it, Sassy. So you have been chosen. You have been chosen. I want the new thing. But I assume because I didn't get it, I don't get it. I like being special. You're special. Because I imagine they're not going to give it to people too late, because if the beta testing only runs for 4 weeks, it's pretty much everyone who has it now got it, if that makes sense. Oh, that actually reminds me. Hold on. Didn't I read something about that? That I was like, oh. Yeah, I guess it's different. It's different that from a stream streak, in that it does not have to be consecutive watches. It's just like within a week. I guess that's really it. Also, Twitch changed. This is a random fact that doesn't really change anything. Twitch changed their clip link formatting. It used to be clips.twitch.tv/ and then whatever the random string of words were. It is now twitch.tv/ the username of the person / the random string of words of to the video. So for whatever reason, they're now doing like that. So what happens if a streamer only streams once or twice a week? I guess you don't get it. I guess you can't get it, because it's supposed to be consecutive streams. I'm sorry, not consecutive streams. It is how many times you're watching them per week, and it resets every Sunday. So if you don't get it, I guess it will go back down to level 1 or whatever. So it is a little sad, because it's like, okay, well, what if the streamer takes like a holiday break, or even just doesn't stream an additional time or something? Then I assume it just means everyone will lose it. Unless they have like a system in place that's sort of like the stream streak recovery, where maybe it's like, watch this clip or watch 5 minutes of this VOD in the following week to like keep it or something. I don't know. I guess maybe it's meant to be more, because it's not as like stream streaks just keep on stacking. But this is like, you can get to level 4 and then that's it. So that's only 4 weeks. So it's about a month of watching. So maybe it's just like, well, if it resets, it resets, I guess. Maybe that's what, because the badge does not seem to be permanent, I guess. It's just like keeps up with it. So I don't know. It may, yeah. So if they get sick or something, everyone who has it loses it.
Pedal to the metal, bro! Metal to the pedal!
Mm.
Yeah!
Very rock and roll way to drive.
Okay, looks like it wants me to go this way. Oh. Did their car door fall off? Is that a tree? Oh yeah, there's... Ow. Goodness. That's... Oh, okay. I think I need to go this way. Or something. Was this where we found... Oh, hello. Yeah, I was like, this is the... This is that one place. Reopen that stash with the numbers.
The lights in the containment cell are good to go, Anderson.
Great. A Torin Ode in there yet?
The two golden oldies? Oh, they're here. And they bought moonshine. I love them already.
They're a lot.
You wanted to know what art we would use? Well, that's them. I'll be there soon.
Summoning. That image looks very intense. Tune, welcome in. Sounds like something that was a little poorly planned and probably won't be around long after the beta is up. I can see them adding it. I imagine, I don't know. I guess like the loss isn't too crazy. Why is this like distorted? Why is this such a special cooking thing? Why is this apparatus so... I think I'm going to hang out with Mr. Panda for a bit before sleep now that he's feeling a bit better. Oh, sounds good, Sassy. Thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out. Keep us updated. I guess tomorrow you should get a level. You'll probably get your first badge tomorrow. Which technically you might have one now. Or I don't know. Maybe tomorrow's the first unlock or something. I don't know. Where are we going? I don't know how any of this works. Now that we have a screwdriver. That'd be exciting. Yeah, for sure. I'm curious. Oh. Okay, we lost a couple of frames. I had just looked over and noticed that it had dipped, but we're fine. It lost like 20 frames maybe. Still at only 0.1. Okay, we finally got those stashes out of the way. Okay, cross the bridge. Oh, you see that picture?
1, 2. 1, 2.
Also mentioned a bridge.
How you feeling tonight, Cauldron Lake? Been a while since we played on this shore.
Hello.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Testing, 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 testing. Gonna need more reverb. I'm getting no bounce out here.
Hey, where are my chimes?
I threw them out. Chimes are not rock and roll.
Yeah, they are. If you know how to use them.
Incredible. Oh, Alice. Oh! That's pretty neat. I just realized that's what they meant. It's like her style of photo. That's cool. I've lost them. I've lost the plot. There we go. There's so much stuff you can adjust. I honestly haven't noticed. Lens distortion? Ah, okay. Nice. Vignette. We love a bit of film grain. It's changing the edges to be blurrier. Fogginess. Wow. So foggy. It's pretty cool. Oh, if the license plate was Mjolnir, that would be great. What is their license plate? Do they have one? Oh. Conveniently blocking it. But, you know, we could have maybe seen that in, when they were in Bright Falls. I wonder if, what it was. Can I... Boo. It's very fun. We haven't taken many photos here. It's give us film grain. The guitar has not loaded. I'm noticing. We're probably at a distance where it is not, like our character is at a distance where it is not loaded. That's okay. Still looks cool though. Anyway. Oh, ads are about to play. Let's do that. I feel like we're about to get like a montage or something. Also, we're dropping frames. No! No! Let's see if it corrects itself. Maybe it's not gonna last very long, but we have to run ads anyway, so let's BRB.
This is your time, Jetpack Gang. Stand up, move around, grab a snack, hydrate. The stream will resume in just a few minutes.